Sagittarius, hello, how are you? I hope you're okay. I'm going to pull you some cards. I'm going to have a quick look at past energies, current energies, and where these energies might be taking you. Bearing in mind everyone has free will, you and other people. We don't do hard and fast predictions here. We do looking at ideas and concepts to kind of help you in your life. Take the bits that resonate, leave the rest. It's a collective reading. Not every single bit's necessarily going to resonate with you. Use your intuition, use your discernment. This whole thing is just meant to prompt your own intuition and thoughts and feelings, okay? Don't go making decisions based off some random woman on YouTube putting cards, alright? But like, this shit's helpful as well. It's that thing, isn't it? I just try to do it as responsibly as I can, that's all. Because I do. Bear in mind also, it's a general reading, so I'm not pulling on any particular area of life. Take the energies that I talk about and apply them to your life as you see fit, please, to a certain extent. Every time you knock all those cards over, I don't know if I'm going to want to use those cards that you've just put all over my floor. Well, they don't want to see your bum though, that's the thing. Your tail's very fluffy. What are you agitated about? Okay, shall we get you some cards? The Ten of Cups just wanted to show its face there. God, your tail's really fluffy. What's freaked you out? You sausage. Let's get you some cards. I don't know what I'm going to do about this cat. Past energy for Sagittarius, please. Check out your various placements, by the way. I'm Sag rising, and I quite like watching Sagittarius videos from the selected few readers that I will watch. Past energies, please, for Sagittarius. Past energies for Sagittarius. Past energies for Sagittarius. Six of Pentacles, that's nice. It's not all that sexy, but it's nice. It's equal give and take. More past energies for Sagittarius, please. Oh, it's interesting the way that came out, crossing it. Anyway, Three of Pentacles. Oh, that's nice, Sagittarius. The Two of Wands is interesting though. So what I'm going to do is, as I pull the cards for each line, I'll just give a brief summary, and then we're going to go back in with some other decks and dig and clarify and get underneath kind of the surface energies, because I feel like these first cards that come out are kind of surface energies. Right, this is a really warm relationship of some sort that's based in friendship. I don't know if it is a friendship, but it's certainly based in friendship. And there's just equal give and take, and it's reciprocal, and it's lovely, or it was anyway, because it's in the past. We'll see what the current energies are, because with the Two of Wands, I do see someone feels the need to make some sort of decision around this friendship. So I don't know what happens. I don't know what happened. Let's look at the current energies and see if we can get anything else. Why is this person looking out with the world in their hands, contemplating stuff? Some of you in the past may have been feeling the desire to travel, quite literally. And I don't know if you were maybe making the decision to travel with this person, or travel alone, or something like that. I don't know. I'm just picking up on the way he's holding that world in his hand. Like, I know that's quite metaphorical, but it's coming through as actual travel to me. And I don't know if that's your energy or someone else's. And you always flip the energies as they apply to your life anyway. Current energies for Sagittarius, please. Current energies for Sag. Current energies for Sagittarius, please. It's a real feeling of warmth though in the past here. I like it. Okay, so we've got 4 cards. The Five of Swords reversed. King of Wands, the Lovers reversed, which came out with an extra card, which is Judgment. Interesting. And that's come out underneath that Two of Wands. I feel like you or the person that this Six and Three of Pentacles represents made a decision. I feel like they made the wrong decision. Or they feel like they made the wrong decision. Or you feel like they made the wrong decision. There's certainly some sort of unhappiness about a decision that's been made here. The Lovers is a card of choice. Judgment can sometimes literally mean a judgment call. These are both cards that can talk about decisions. They've come out underneath a card that talks about decisions. They're reversed. It feels to me like somebody has made a decision that they regret. I don't know if that's you or someone else. Even the Five of Swords is feeling a bit regretful for me here. And then at the centre of your reading, it's the King of Wands. King of Wands. What's he all about here? Feels like it was the decision that was driven by passion. But the way this King of Wands is surrounded by a reverse Lovers and a reverse Five of Swords. Gosh, my cat's being very noisy downstairs. Sorry. I'm not exactly getting that it felt like a rash decision. It's just... it feels like misdirected passion. I don't know how else to put it. We'll get more when we get underneath it. Now let's look at where all these energies might be taking you, Sag. So there's some cheeky cross watchers on this video because I'm getting a bit confused by whose energy is whose. That's alright if you want to cross watch, that's fine. Where might these energies take Sagittarius, please? Where might these energies take Sagittarius? Another card of a decision has come out. There's like decisions. It's written all over this reading. I might actually call your reading this decisions. Right decisions, wrong decisions. There's an in this future energy there is an acknowledgement of anxiety and regret, and anxiety and regret over holding back. It's like when this decision was made, the full truth wasn't spoken, something like that. To me, the Seven of Pentacles is about putting in the work to grow something when you've come so far with it. And it's interesting, we've got this beautiful warm Six of Pentacles in your past here, and the way these energies are reading to me, it's like somehow it kind of stopped there, and what is in the future, I'm seeing a recognition of regret whereby somebody wishes that this energy was upright, basically. Someone wishes that after the Six of Pentacles they did move on to that Seven of Pentacles. It came out in reverse. That evaluation, that how can we tweak things to make things work. You see, he's looking at his bush. Yeah, I'll grow up one day. He's looking at this to kind of look where he can prune it back to maximize growth, and looking at which fruits are ready to pick. It's that type of evaluation energy, that energy of analysing things. What can we do to promote growth? And to me, it's next to the Nine of Swords. I'm seeing an anxiety over the fact that this didn't happen, and it didn't happen because someone was holding back with the Four of Pentacles. Someone didn't want to lose control. It sort of felt like if they'd have been open and vulnerable, they'd have lost control. There's a distinct lack of cups in this spread. I mean, we've got the Lovers in reverse. We'll see when we get under these energies. I personally don't think you can have this without cups, without love. But it is interesting to note there's a distinct lack of cups in your spread. We haven't got a single cup card, and I'm wondering really if someone is burying their emotions here. It does feel like there's the potential to heal this. What that might look like, I don't know. We'll find out more. Okay, I'm just going to quickly talk about the overall energy of the spread by looking at the bottom of the deck and the centre of the spread. Defensiveness. Yeah. The Chariot is often a card of choice. We've got a few cards of choices here, like I've already said. See, I feel like this King of Wands is looking back on the... You see how he's facing that way? I feel like he's looking back on the choice that he made. This King of Wands, whoever that may be. I basically feel like the overall theme of this read is, did I make the right decision? And I don't know if that applies to you or someone else. I feel like there's cross-watchers watching this. I don't know. Let's dig a bit. Not with those cards. Apparently they're all over the floor, Betty. That's my Dreams of Gaia tarot. I never know how to pronounce it, if it's Gaia or Gaia. That's terrible, isn't it? I suck. I should be a better reader who can pronounce things. I'm not sure how long these readings are going to be, by the way. Yeah. Anyway, you'll know because you'll see the blooming timestamp on the final video. I am blabbing, I'm sorry. Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles are very much joined together for me here. Tell me more about this Six of Pentacles, please. Tell me more about this Six of Pentacles. An Ace of Pentacles. God, someone felt like there was so much potential. Sorry, let me just get rid of this message. There we go. It's distracting me. I can't see the timestamp. Yeah, there was a lot of potential here, and like... Oh, God. Okay. But it felt like it was never realised. This potential was never realised, and there's a great sense of disappointment about that. Because it's beautiful. I mean, this is beautiful. I'll pick my own cards up. Seriously, this is just so beautiful. It's just, there's such warmth about it. And there's a recognition that there's a load of potential here between us. And then disappointment that it didn't get realised. A feeling of disappointment. And then that's where the Two of Wands comes in. It's like, well, what do I do with this feeling of disappointment? And I'll be honest, it looks like what somebody did with that feeling of disappointment is held back from talking about it. The Seven of Swords is a card of holding back. So I'm just going to leave that there. I'm going to dig underneath this Three of Pentacles now. Tell me more about this. Yeah. Tell me more about this Three of Pentacles. Tell me more about this Three of Pentacles, please. Oh, this is so sad to see. So, you see, in a sense we're getting underneath surface energies, but in a sense we are bridging between like the past and current when we pull these cards. And we've got a reverse Five of Cups, we've got a reverse Page of Cups. It's like the flow of emotion just got blocked somehow. Tell me more about this Three of Pentacles. And I feel like someone spoke quite recklessly. The flow of emotion stopped. There's a regret attached to that. There's definitely regret attached to that. This is what I said when I saw this Lovers and this Judgment reverse. It's like, I don't think I made the right decision. Yeah. I think a reckless action took place here, and there's regret over it. And it's interesting that that's, yeah. It's interesting that that's all come out above the King of Wands, because I said about the King of Wands, like, it doesn't exactly feel rash, but reckless more feels like the word, yeah. Okay, so this Two of Wands, let's see what we can find out about this Two of Wands. Tell me more about the Two of Wands for Sagittarius, please. Do I have 3 cards? No, I only have 2. Yeah. We're back to that Seven of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords is another card of choice. You know, I'd already said about this Seven of Pentacles, someone was regretting not putting the work in, almost. The two of Wands feels like a bit of a stalemate here. Often I get that with the Two of Swords. It's like damned if I do, damned if I don't. It's like someone felt like they had no option. There's a certain stagnation about this energy. I'll get one more card because I don't really like clarifying in twos. Tell me more about this Two of Wands. But there is a kind of stagnation here. Ooh, a reverse Queen of Wands. Interesting. You see how she's carrying this sunflower? You see, she makes shit happen when she's in her upright energy. She makes shit happen. But part of that includes taking action, and it's just like, it's like the action stopped. It's almost like the life force. Someone's, I don't know, I struggle with describing one's energy, and I often resort to life force, and I don't know if it's the right word or spirit or verb. Someone's fiery energy, probably their passion to a certain extent. Someone's passionate energy, it didn't exactly go. I just feel like it became misdirected in some way. I almost feel like it might have turned inwards and sort of been ended up being expressed as some sort of inward anger or something. Sabotage. It feels sabotaging, and we do have the Five of Swords. Yeah, it's like the passion towards this relationship was taken and sort of turned towards destruction. That's the way it's coming through. So exactly how this manifested in the 3D for you, I'm not entirely sure. It'll be different for all of you, but that's the energy I'm getting. And it's sort of bouncing off an energy of stagnation. The Two of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles like this in reverse. Yeah, partly I am linking it to this sense of regret. Oh, why didn't we grow things more? Because God, the Queen of Wands can bloody grow things when she's in her upright energy. Why didn't we grow things more? Things became stagnant. Why did I let things become stagnant? What part did I play in letting things become stagnant? What role did my decisions influence things becoming stagnant? This is just this could have got a beautiful upright Six of Pentacles to a reverse Seven of Pentacles, and do you know what? This has been coming through in loads of my readings. So there you go. Anyway, whatever exactly happened here, there was a lot of warmth, there was a lot of potential, but it didn't get realised, and things grew so far and then they stopped. And often when I see things stopping at a Six of Pentacles stage, it feels like a relationship of whatever sort hit the end of the kind of honeymoon period, and the discussions that sort of needed to take place to move beyond that period, just it broke down at that stage. So let's clarify the current energies for you. Let's look at this Five of Swords energy, this sabotaging energy. Oh, I do wonder about the nature of this connection. I really do. It's a very interesting energy because there's so much warmth I think when we dig onto this Lovers, we'll probably find out some more answers. Current energy, please, for Sagittarius. Tell me more about this Five of Swords. Got 4 cards. A Tower. A reversed Ace of Swords. A reversed Knight of Swords. And an 8 of Pentacles. This is someone working hard on themselves. Someone recognising their own patterns with regards to running away from situations. To cut a long story short, let me show you all the cards. Someone recognising how they sabotage things. And I don't... yeah. Because the Knight of Swords is that... I keep going to the word rash and then I keep questioning it, so I don't know. It's not exactly rash, actually. Because... how do I say this? There's a lot of swords attached to it. So swords is logic, rational thinking. There is a lot of swords attached to it. So in that sense, it doesn't feel rash. However, it feels like a decision made that was made from a place. It's the place that the decision came from. This is what this person's recognising. Well, I don't know if that's you or someone else. This person is recognising the state that they were in when they made this decision, the place that the decision came from. So in that sense, the decision doesn't feel like it was rash. But having said that, it does feel a bit surprising and sudden. It's hard to explain. It was thought through. There was a lot of swords involved in the making of this decision. And yet, this decision did not come from a place of someone being centred in themselves, of recognition of their own emotions. But what I see here is someone working on that, having a few revelations about themselves. I mean, the Tower always is accompanied by doing the work on yourself, discovering more about yourself. It does also indicate that suddenness. So in this current energy, there is a suddenness, which I feel relates to somebody kind of rapidly moving away from a situation in a way that feels a bit unexpected, and it hits you hard. But I also see someone, well, probably both of you actually, doing work to kind of reach an intellectual understanding of what actually happened here. Hope that makes sense. Yeah. This King of Wands energy is tricky. I apologise in advance for if I can't get underneath it. I can't always. There can be an element of illusion with the King of Wands. Oh gosh, I can't shuffle. Why can't I shuffle? What's wrong with me? I think I've got a reverse card in here somewhere. What's going on? Oh, anyway. There's a certain conviction in this energy. You know, and that's why I'm saying it doesn't feel rash, because it feels like there's a certain conviction in this energy. There is the air of having thought this decision through. It's just that, where were you when you applied all these swords to this decision? What else was going on? What was going on in your body? What was going on in your hearts? What was going on in your soul? King of Wands. Tell me more about this King of Wands. 6 of Wands reversed. What was going on in your soul is that you didn't want to fucking see it. And you didn't want it to be seen by anybody else. It comes back to this energy of holding back, which we've got with the Four of Pentacles, we've got with the Seven of... There's the Seven of Swords there underneath that. Holding back on my feelings of disappointment. I don't want you to see them. I don't want you to see my disappointments. In fact, I don't want you to see much about much. What else? What else does this King of Wands not want to be seen? And I'm sorry, I don't know who this energy applies to. You're going to have to do that yourself. I'm sorry. I keep flip-flopping with it. I'm afraid it is just one of those reasons. Often this happens when there's cross-watchers. Oh, there's that card. Why have we got a reverse Ten of Swords? Why is the Ten of Swords? Anyway, whatever. So what else? What else? What else did this person not want to be revealed? It's like they didn't want to reveal... Oh, God, I want to say they didn't want... There's a yearning that they didn't want to reveal, perhaps. Let me see. Let me see. Get cards. Let me get cards and stop talking. God damn it. What the fuck? This King of Wands and this Chariot energy are linked anyway, and now we've got a reversed. The world. What's going on here? Just give me a moment. I just feel here someone's yearning to feel free. There's a great sense of freedom and liberation in this card. In a sense, someone's yearning to be seen for who they are. No bullshit. There's a sort of purity about this yearning. It's really weird. However, okay. I think what's rumbling underneath the surface of this King of Wands energy is a kind of because the Chariot doesn't always feel like movement to me. Anyway, it's a there's a struggle here with how do we move this forward, and there's a lot of passion. There's a lot of passion to move it forward, but it's just getting misdirected. Well, misdirected, that's a judgment actually on my part. I don't know. But I see a yearning to put passion towards moving this forward, moving this Six of Pentacles forward. But it's like it hits a wall. It hits a wall every time. And the Seven of Pentacles is reversed every time. It hits a wall. It's like someone's examining their own walls that this yearning hits, but they don't feel able to share that. With the Six of Wands reversed, it's like, no, I can't let anybody else see this. And I suppose the wall that it hits is kind of a wall of fear, really. And then because of that, there's like a feeling of I'm not safe, I'm not safe, I'm not safe to be seen. Therefore, my best bet in this situation is to do it all on my own. And then that drives a reverse Knight of a reverse Knight of Swords. That drives that decision to, well, choose to walk away. I don't know if it's a separation or a distance. It doesn't exactly feel like a full separation. Definitely not energetically anyway. The energies are still mingling energetically. So I don't know what stage this is at for you. It feels like they want, I don't know. But there's a pull here towards a kind of independence that feels safe, because this indecision, this desire to be seen but not knowing what to do in order to achieve that feels extremely uncomfortable. But what feels safe and free and freeing and liberating is being on my own. You or someone else, I don't know. Lovers in reverse, Judgment in reverse. What can I say? Just literally translated, this feels like a wrong choice. A wrong choice. I don't know. That's the way it comes through. Just because Judgment as well can be wanting a second chance. Okay. Tell me more about this Lovers and Judgment, please. Yeah. Want a second? What do they want a second chance at? I want to go back to that fucking Six of Pentacles. That beautiful reciprocal Six of Pentacles. Tell me more. Tell me more, please, about the Lovers. The Empress. The Empress is that. The Empress is all about growth and abundance. Oh my God. Oh my God. You are kidding me. Fucking hell. Look, you couldn't make it up. Right. Yeah, okay. We've got counterparts here. We've got an Emperor and an Empress, and between them we've got a beautiful exchange of energy. Jesus Christ, I could cry, Sagittarius. I could actually cry right now. And I'm probably going to have to turn the camera off at some point and just have a little weep. I mean, are you kidding me? Oh God, do they know they made a wrong choice? You or them, I don't fucking know. Shitting hell. I think they're recognising the true nature of this connection. I mean, the Lovers card doesn't come out for a laugh. The Lovers card is serious shit. It is a connection that is, and it's not always a connection that lasts, and perhaps it's not always a connection that's meant to last. Well, it has to be an active choice. There's a reason it used to be called the choice card. There's a reason readers see it as a choice. It is that Lover's energy. It is that multi-layered connection where needs have the potential to be met on every level. You know, we're talking physical, emotional, spiritual, mental, intellectual. You know, you meet on all of those levels. And there's some recognition here of the beauty of that, Sagittarius. Well, they're working on themselves. I can see that. They are working on themselves. Or you are. I really don't know which way round. These energies are. It's doing my nut in. But of course, you are so well matched that that's, you know, there is a mirroring going on here. I mean, we've got the King and the Queen of Wands. We've got the Emperor and the Empress, for God's sake. So that's another reason why I'm getting the energies muddled, I'll be honest, because you are a bit of a mirror to one another. Anyway, in this current energy, there is recognition of that Lovers connection. Yeah, sure, it came out reverse. So sometimes when the Lovers comes out reverse, we get a bit worried about codependency and stuff like that. But to be honest, it didn't feel like that. It literally was just coming through to me as shit. I made the wrong decision, and I mean, these clarifying cards have just absolutely backed that up. All right. Oh, Sag. My loves. What a reading. I hope you stuck around long enough to see that Emperor and Empress, because I know at various points, like underneath that King of Wands, like it was very difficult for me to translate the energies. So I hope you were patient enough to stay around for that, because God, that is something else. All right, let's look at where these energies might take you then. The Star reversed. Potential for healing. Healing what? I don't know. Individual healing. Healing the relationship? I don't know. Tell me more about this Star card, please. The Hermit reversed. Okay, we're talking individual healing here primarily. Well, maybe not. Yeah, okay, I'm going to say primarily. That doesn't mean the relationship can't be healed, is what I'm trying to say. I feel like this is both of you doing the inner work and healing shit. Star card and Hermit. It's pretty obvious. There's something here about learning how to love. This is the most love I could pull. Mother of Cups. Empathy, love, compassion. To the point of, you know, potential. She's kind of psychic. She's kind of psychic, put it that way. But, you know, what is psychic? Like, empathy and being psychic aren't that far removed from one another. Do you know what I mean? Tell me more about this star, please. Tell me more about this star in the future for Sagittarius. Tell me more about the star for Sagittarius. Reversed Page of Cups and a 5 of Wands. Yeah. If you are feeling like you need an apology from someone else to heal, I think someone is asking you to at least examine that and consider the possibility that you may never get that apology. I don't know. I do see someone working very hard on themselves. But that could just be you. I'm sorry I can't give you any more clarity than that. I'm really sorry. I don't know. Yeah. I might go back to that and try and get more clarity if you like. Healing. Or maybe you're very conflicted about whether you should apologise. There's a conflict here attached to the idea of an apology. The reverse Page of Cups is often an apology for me. It wasn't up here. I mean, yeah. Here it was a lack of flow of emotion and a sort of recklessness was tied to that. Here it's someone wants an apology, or they want to give an apology. And yes, I understand why it's under a star. Yes, it would bring about a lot of healing in terms of the relationship. It would. However, the reversed Hermit is here to remind us that a lot of healing can take place individually, and it may be the only healing that can take place. I don't know. Other people don't behave how you want them to in this life. Unfortunately, you can want an apology and you may never ever get one. You know, I'm not totally feeling those types of vibes where the hope for an apology is all completely lost. I mean, I'd say if I thought someone was behaving like an absolute arsehole, I would say, and it's not coming through like that to me. Look, it's impossible for me to say it's coming through like that or to feel that. It's because this is so beautiful, and it's under a realization of I made the wrong choice. And as I'm saying all of this, What the bloody hell's on the bottom of the deck? I do think someone wants a second fucking chance at this. And do you know what? I hate saying this because it's the whole reason I started my channel, is because I was sick of readers doing 15-minute readings where they're just casually like, yeah, he's on his way back to you, communication, blah, blah, blah. And it's so shallow and it's such utter bullshit. However, I do get the energy of that coming through quite a lot. I guess it's the nature of the collective, you know, it's the nature of the energies of the people that seek out these readings. Yeah, fair enough, but we are not going to talk about it in an irresponsible way. I'm not just going to sit here and say, yeah, they're definitely coming back. I want to tell you something that can help you, okay? Lecture over. Let's get underneath this reverse Seven of Pentacles. Tell me more about this reverse Seven of Pentacles. Ooh, an Eight of Swords, but it's reversed, so that's nice. Do you know what? The more I think about it, I just feel like someone didn't have the confidence. There's a lack of, there's a lack of confidence here in how to grow things after the honeymoon stage is over. Because that's probably something that they've never really done before in a healthy way. And there absolutely was the opportunity to do it in a healthy way with that Ace of Pentacles, and somehow it just didn't happen. Someone got in their own way. This is a getting it, you know, yes, this is future energy, but it very much links back to up here when someone made a decision, and it's like someone's realizing that their decision to kind of let things stagnate, not put the effort in to make something grow, it's like their decision was attached to this Eight of Swords energy, which is a getting in your own way energy, a lot of overthinking, you know, a lot of swords. Like I said, the decision was not rash in that respect. A lot of swords did go into this decision, a lot of what you might call logic, but it kind of doesn't necessarily feel that logical because something was missing that needed to be fed into this decision that somehow wasn't fed into this decision. And I feel like whatever that was, it needs to come from someone having a better knowledge of themselves, with the Eight of Pentacles and the Tower here. I hope that makes sense. Tell me more about the Seven of Pentacles. You see, when that butterfly's in that cocoon, they're in the dark. I feel like someone sort of made a decision from a position of kind of being in the dark. And yes, there was lots of swords and thinking and logic involved, but it was made in the dark. How else to say it? I don't know. I hope that makes sense. Tell me more about this Seven of Pentacles. A Nine of Cups. And a Seven of Swords reversed. I'm talking about in the dark. And then like a kind of lit wand turns up, which feels like a lit match. But how long do matches burn for? They burn bright, but they don't burn for very long. I feel like this person... This is future energy. This... I feel in the future someone shedding some light on this. I'm going to say this is probably not your energy. This is probably your person's energy. I feel like they're shedding some light on this, but it's so brief. Like they can't keep it up. It's literally like they light a match, but all they do is hold the match out. They don't use it to light anything else. They literally just hold the match out, glowing, and then for as long as that match is lit up, they have a chance to examine things. Now what they really need to do is like light up some sort of oil burner to give a sustaining flame to be able to properly examine things. And sure, there is the possibility of that. There is the possibility of that, but I don't know. And you know what I think will show up in the dark is kind of what they truly, really want. Because that is what the Nine of Cups is, like what you really wish for, what you really want. Shall we find out more about that Nine of Cups and maybe ask what they do want? I go to this deck for such kind of, when I formulate a question that's kind of that specific. But also, Sag, like, what do you want? Because if you want someone who's just going to hide in the dark when, you know, when things get a bit tough, I don't know. I don't know if you really want that, Sag. So this could be talking about your energy as well. Like I say, these energies are bloody mirroring each other like crazy. So let's find out. I mean, we'll assume that we're talking about your person. So let's just see what do they want when they shine that match briefly and they get a glimpse of their Nine of Cups, their truest wish, their truest desires. What do they see? Let's ask that. What do they see? What do they see? Ooh. They see that they want a second chance. Simply put, they see that they want a second chance. I don't make this shit up. It's right there in the cards. I can't argue with it. Would you give them a second chance, Sag? Would you? I don't know. You know, I think it depends. It depends on how they come to you, doesn't it? Depends on how they come to you. Make sure you are in your Empress energy. The Empress doesn't need an Emperor. She doesn't. I mean, if someone, you know. Oh God, why can't I shuffle this deck? And why am I using this deck? Looks like I am. Yeah. So, let's get onto this Nine of Swords in the future. And this it's attached to a Four of Pentacles. I just, yeah, I mean, this is just someone's anxiety. I feel like I've spent too much time potentially talking about someone else's energy here, and I'm more interested in you. But it's so hard because the energies are intermingling. I really hope you can make sense of this reading. Tell me more about this Nine of Swords, please. Page of Wands. Fool energy. It's like Minor Arcana Fool energy, and it's upright. I prefer to see that. Ooh, what's that? No, Nine of Pentacles. 2 nines. Nine of Pentacles is all about, like, individual growth, really. And a Knight of Wands. You have a lot of passion for this person. Page of Wands, Knight of Wands. There's sort of there's a growth of passion. There's a growth of passion. Yeah. What's that all about? I think you're being asked to look at how you can grow your passion in your own personal projects. Yeah, I'm seeing kind of this as all of your energy, and I feel like actually you've held back on putting your passion towards your own personal projects. There's some fear here towards, because you've got a lot of it, I can see it, but the Page and the Knight, they're just getting used to managing their own energy, managing their own passionate energy, and working out how best to channel that. So that's a theme that's coming through for you here. It applies to them as well, though. Sorry, but let's concentrate on you. I feel like you don't have that much faith in yourself to be able to follow through with plans, and the idea of taking on projects, there's a feeling of anxiety attached to that. So where does that come from? Where does that come from? Tell me more about this anxiety. Ace of Swords reversed. Lack of clarity about what? Okay. A lack of clarity about what? About a Knight of Cups. I think this is their energy. So I think the lack of clarity about this whole situation actually is holding you back in pursuing your own passions somewhat. Yeah. But you're very much being guided to get in your Empress energy, okay? And to kind of independently pursue your own passions. I don't know if and when you might get any sort of clarity, my loves. I don't know. But it's almost like through following your own passions, the need for that clarity lessens. But at the same time, the need for that clarity appears to be a bit of a barrier towards pursuing your own passions. So somehow I think you've got to break that cycle and maybe get in a little bit of Fool energy. Page of Wands is that Fool energy. And so when I talk about that Fool energy, that sort of positive Fool energy that's not reckless, that drives you forward, that's very optimistic, excited for the future. That's the sort of energy that you're being sort of asked to embrace, which isn't that straightforward, but because you can't tell yourself what to feel. Feelings don't work that way. But what I will say is you will naturally feel like that at some point. You will naturally, if you just listen to yourself, you will naturally feel that optimism, that desire for adventure, that desire to create something new on a personal level. And when you get that feeling, it might last about 3 seconds. Look, it might be like a lightning bolt, right? You've got the Ace of Wands twice. See, you're both doing this work on yourself, I swear to God. But anyway, because you've got an Ace of Swords and an Ace of Swords, and that kind of felt like them, but this feels like you. Yeah, because they're unpicking why they made this decision in the way that they did, and you're unpicking, well, the decision's been made, how do I fucking move myself forward? Anyway, back to what I was saying. Sorry to divert off there. The energies are very, there's something. When you get that little flash of optimism, you're being asked to notice it and run with it. Okay? Does that make sense? So it's not a case of just magically getting yourself into this Fool energy, like just deciding, oh, I'm going to be really optimistic, I'm going to, find a new adventure and be really enthusiastic about it. I mean, God, if that works for you, then absolutely brilliant, fine, ignore everything I've said, but I don't think it normally works that way. It's more like you will naturally, that energy will naturally come to you, but it might be quite brief, and it's a question of noticing it when it's there and channeling it, i.e. progressing from the Page of Wands, that initial burst of energy, that initial flash of optimism, and progressing it to the Knight of Wands, and then ultimately progressing it to the Queen of Wands, to the King of Wands, whatever, to the Emperor, to the Empress, whatever, like really creating abundance, or creating what you want to create. Yeah. So I hope that makes sense for you. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. I think I've said all I can say. I really hope you found it useful. I'm sorry you're in this tricky situation. It feels very tricky. But, you know, as is often the case, focusing on yourself and listening to your own flashes, yeah, that's probably what's going to serve you best. All right. I'll see you next time, Sag. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And all that jazz, you know, for the algorithms, you know, to grow the channel and all that nonsense. But yeah, just thanks for being here, basically. And if you want to comment, I'd absolutely love that as well. All right, bye.